Ding! And Lubber Games just went live on Twitch. What ad am I going to get tonight? It's definitely something Xboxy.
Ads.
That must be Gears of War. Oh, yep, that's a Marcus Phoenix right there. It's definitely a Gears of War thing. Wow, what happened to Marcus Phoenix? He's like 60 years old all of a sudden.
Oh, cool. They flashed forward.
I guess. He's got like a gray beard, but not like a I use OS 9 gray beard. Like, his beard is just gray. Yeah, I don't think I played any Gears of War past the first one. I liked the first one a lot, but
I played Gears of War 2 and maybe 3. I think they were free. A bunch got given out free and gave us gold. So I liked playing the first one. That came out a lot. It was fun multiplayer.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun in the first one, but I feel like I kind of got a little bit over shooters after a while. I was a crazy Halo guy. You know this. I mean, you and I played Halo like it was going out of style. And man, Halo 2, I was just telling someone else about this just today. When Halo 2 was like the thing, my wife was finishing her student teaching. And so she would get up at 4 in the morning and go do student teaching stuff. So she would go to bed at like 8:30 or 9 o'clock at night. So we would eat dinner. This was before we had kids. We would eat dinner. I would go downstairs at like 7:30 or 8 o'clock p.m. and I would play Halo until 2 in the morning, 7 days a week. And man, I played Halo 2 like it was my job. But since then, like I have not played, the last Halo I bought was Halo 4, and I liked it, but not as much as others. And I have not even played Halo 5. I played a couple demos of it at like shows, but I never bought it or played it. I feel like the twitchy gameplay stuff is just something I'm not built to play anymore, I don't think. Well, Sorcier says I sound different today. I don't know. Is it because I'm not coughing up a lung and complaining about my back?
Well, you're not on the good microphone.
That's right, I am not on the good microphone. That is a good point. Yeah, the good microphone was acting not good last week, so I'm just using the regular iMac mic this week. At some point, I'll probably have to check that mic or get a new one. But we are just going to use the normal, boring, built-in microphone for the time being. It was not my job, Evil Dice Monkey. I would love for it to have been my job to get paid to play Halo for like 6 hours a day.
I mostly played Halo for the articles. I like the story. The books are pretty interesting. That connect between the games.
That is actually a really good point. I read a couple of the books. Like that, is it Forward Unto Reach or Forward Unto Dawn or some kind of something? Fall of Reach. Fall of Reach was one of the ones that I read.
Yeah,
for sure.
Fall of Reach was the first good one. The first book was not very good. It's just a retelling of the first game. But the other ones are really interesting and they go deep into the mythos.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely a sizable universe with a lot of really interesting backstory happening in terms of like how Spartans became Spartans and how you choose them and all that other stuff was some of the stuff that I remember reading in the novels. That was a lot of fun. So that's good stuff. Now I'm not coughing up a lung, but I am still coughing a little bit, and my back is also not 100%. But I managed to find a decent way to not want to kill myself, which is that I have an old ball microphone, and if I put it in the right spot on my back and like lie back on it, it almost feels like it's giving me a massage, and it helps.
So you have another microphone that's massaging you?
Yes, it is an old microphone. The only reason I haven't used it, actually, is because I cannot, for the life of me, find an old school USB A to B cable, like a printer cable. I can't find one anywhere. I looked at my house, I looked here. There is one out attached to the printer at our shared office space here, but I can't take that because that's how people plug into the printer. So at some point I'll have to like go buy like an old school like USB 1.1 cable if I want to try this microphone again. So I remember it being a pretty good one. It's a blue snowball microphone, which was like the thing to have back in the day when you were doing early old school podcasting.
But it's exactly, well, you were squishing it.
It's exact right size for me to put on my back so I can lean on it and have it like massage me while I'm streaming, which is good stuff. So, all right. So, John, where are you this fine evening? John's been traveling even more crazily than usual. So he's now in where? Somewhere in Switzerland, I believe.
Yes, I am in Zurich, Switzerland. And tomorrow going to Florence.
Firenze. You've been to Florence or you've not been to Florence?
I have been.
You have been. Yeah, we like Florence a lot. Obviously, Uffizi is pretty amazing.
With some friends and family right now.
Very cool. Yes, yes. And in Switzerland, I've been to, I want to say Bern. Bern is in Switzerland, right? And where else did we go? There was a hostel called Balmers somewhere in Switzerland that we went to back when we were backpacking, my wife and I, before we had kids and all that. Someday.
Ballers?
Balmers, I want to say it was called.
I think you'd go to Ballers.
Balmers, Switzerland. Steve Ballmer, Switzerland is what Google is asking. Balmer's Hostel, yes. In Interlaken, yes. That's where we were. We were in Interlaken.
Cool.
It's very cool. It was very Swiss. All right, folks. So it's Tuesday. It's 7-ish. So I guess that must mean it's time to welcome you all to Sentinels Live. Thanks, as always, for joining us around the digital tabletop while we play Sentinels of the Multiverse. The goal of these streams is, of course, to have fun while showing you how to play the game, as well as covering some strategies that can help you win. At Handelabra, we believe in being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against that goal is not welcome and will not be tolerated. As we are the developers, you can always be sure to get some insight into the process and maybe see some stuff before anyone else. I think we're actually going to do that tonight. The game does include a tutorial that covers the basics, but we always do our best to explain exactly what we're doing, when we do it, and why. And depending on how long it takes for us to win or lose, we often play more than one full game in an episode. And episodes are usually anywhere from 1 to 2 hours. Sentinels of the Multiverse, as I'm sure you all know, is currently available for iOS, Android, as well as PC, Mac, and Linux via Steam, and always in good old analog, cardboard, and ink. And you can find more information about the game at sentinelsdigital.com. So as we mentioned, John is in Zurich, Switzerland right now.
Which means it's 1:05 a.m.
Which means it is very late, and you'll notice that he is going to be talking possibly a little bit lower than he typically does, just because he's staying in a house with several other people. And as he just mentioned, it's 1 a.m. there, so he doesn't want to be screaming and yelling and keeping them awake, just so that...
Like usual.
Yes, exactly. So let's get some general bookkeeping stuff out of the way. It's anniversary week here at Handelabra Games. This coming Friday, mark your calendars, people, noon Eastern Time, which is what, 6 or 7 o'clock for you, probably, p.m., right, John?
6 hours later, too, yeah.
6. So we will be doing a big old live stream anniversary party, which is going to start off, it's going to kick off with the next retro listening party. So as part of the Kickstarter for Season 2 back in April, we promised you listening parties like the ones we've been doing for all the new music, for all the old music that we didn't do back in the day. And the next one is going to be, as is fitting for our anniversary, we're going to do a listening party for the core game music at noon this coming Friday. So join us then. Jean-Marc will be there to talk about the music. Jennifer will be there to talk about the environments. There'll be some new cool stuff happening on that stream as well. Maybe a couple of surprises, so you should definitely check it out if you're around. I expect that we'll probably be streaming for at least 2 hours, so at least from noon to 2, because we're going to do the listening party, which is probably going to be a little bit longer than a usual listening party. Typically, we try to keep the listening party to about an hour. Because it's the core game, it has more music than a typical expansion, so it'll probably be a little bit longer. And then after that, we're just going to play some games. The whole Handelabra team will be on, and we'll be playing games and celebrating our anniversary, which is technically on Sunday. It was October 16th, 2014, was when we launched the very first version of Sentinels, which was available on iPad and Android tablets only at that time. It wasn't until almost, actually more than 2 months later that we launched on Steam, and darn near 2 years later that we launched on phones. But everybody's playing in all those wonderful places now. So join us on Friday for a bit of a trip down memory lane. It should be good times.
I'm sure we'll have some screenshots of 1.0 for you.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Memories. All right. So what other bookkeeping stuff is there? Oh, yes. I had wanted to post this link in the chat. So let me do this real quick. So we are, as I mentioned, we're going to be doing a cool live stream for us. But if any of you out there in Twitch land would like to stream, we're going to be hosting other streamers all weekend. So I just put a link in the chat to our sign-up form. So if you're a streamer, if you stream Sentinels and you would like to be one of the official streamers during the anniversary weekend, hit up that link, pick a slot, and sign up to be one of our official streamers. We will be linking to your channel, but also hosting your channel during the time that you are streaming. From the time we finish streaming on Friday all the way through Sunday. So if anybody's looking to do that, check it out. What else was there to say about that? That was it. The only other thing I did want to mention real quick is that Greater Than Games, our amazing partners, have another game up on Kickstarter right now called Laser Riders. So if you head over to Kickstarter and search for Laser Riders with a Y, R-Y-D-R-S. It's pretty cool looking, like light cycle-y, late 80s aesthetic kind of game that they are. It's also
laser with a Z.
So is it laser? Okay, L-A-Z-E-R and
they'll
then
just
Riders.
Put the link. If only we could have a link to it in the chat.
If only there was a way to like send people directly there with just a click of their mouse.
Don't be ridiculous.
Yeah, so check that out. It should be pretty cool. Jean-Marc, as you know, as I was just mentioning, Jean-Marc, who does all the music for us, did some music for that as well. Music for a board game? Surely you jest. Check out the Kickstarter. All the information will be there, and you'll learn all about it. All right, so let's pop this open here. And I am in Freedom 5, number 21, John, if you'd like to join me. So one thing that happened just recently on our most recent post was somebody said, hey Jeremy, I know you like Enclave of the Endlings, but let's get some love for some of the older environments. So I actually finally, once again, broke out the live stream usage numbers to take a look at which environments we've been neglecting lately. And so I'm going to let the chat choose the environment that we're playing in, but you have to choose from one of these 3 environments. Wagner Mars Base, Pike Industrial Complex, or Tomb of Anubis. Those are our 3 least played environments aside from Doc Thorath Capital, in terms of total number of times played. Doc Thorath Capital I'm leaving out of this list because it's it came out at the same time as Enclave of the Endlings. So your choices are, once again, Wagner Mars Base, Pike Industrial Complex, or Tomb of Anubis.
Looks like Pike Industrial.
Whoa! Pike Industrial runs away with it. All right, so Pike Industrial is where we will be playing this evening, so let's go ahead and put that in. And then, what do you think, John? Villains. What are we thinking tonight?
You want to do the same thing?
Sure. Yeah, let's take a look at the villains and see what we've got here. Okay, least played villains. Okay, your choices, chat, are Spite, the Matriarch, Gloomweaver, or Misinformation. So that's Spite, the Matriarch, Gloomweaver, or Misinformation. We've already got 2 people voting for La Capitan, even though that was not one of the choices. La Capitan is actually... So just so that you guys know, the way that I'm doing this math is basically taking it from the total number of weeks that that character has been available in the game to play, divided by the total number of times we've played them. And sort of working out a percentage based on that. And so that's how, even if we may have played Spite more times than that, but Spite has been available in the game for much longer than Gloomweaver or Misinformation. So that's how that sort of all works out. All right, so let's see here. Where I said that, I've got Misinformation, spite, misinformation, nature. So it looks like misinformation runs away with that one. All right. So misinformation at Pike. So let's go into the heroes and take a look. What is this? Why are those heroes so shiny?
That's weird.
That's weird.
Must be a bug.
Must be a bug. They're all like shimmery and rainbowy. If I flip them over, they're certainly not going to be rainbowy on that side. Oh my goodness, they're rainbowy on that side too. Oh boy. Yes, so as you guys saw last week and potentially the week before that, I think, we are in the process of working on the foil hero pack. They're not final yet. We still got lots of work to do. Maybe not lots of work, that might be overstating it, but we've still got work to do. But we thought it was high time to show you guys how these foils are shaping up. You might see more of them on Friday at the anniversary party. Looks like John has already staked his claim on Guise. I think, let's see, misinformation at Pike Industrial. You know what? I'm going to play completely against type, and I'm going to play Nightmist.
Cool.
I've been complaining about Nightmist a lot on the stream, but I've actually played a bunch of games with her just in the last week. And I think I might be starting to get the hang of it. So, who would you like to play as your second hero, John? Ooh, super scientific. I like it. Yeah, I feel like I want to do a heavy if I'm going to do this. So I think maybe Haka. Let's see here. What is Eternal Haka look like in the foilie? Ooh, pretty. Yeah, we're going to do Eternal Haka. All right. Interesting lineup. So we got Misinformation versus Guise, Nightmist, Super Scientific Tachyon, and Eternal Haka at Pike Industrial. And let's make it happen. What's that? Oh, don't mind me. I'm here to help you, heroes. Hey, you! You played a video game! Make me look good, don't mess this up. Alright, so for those who don't remember, Misinformation is one of the sort of unique villains in the game, in that on this side, you don't actually know that she's a villain yet. So she has no hit points, she's not a target, she's just a demure office worker. You gotta get out a certain number of diversions, I believe. Let's go ahead and just read it.
Clues.
Start at the game, Misinformation enters play demure office worker side up. Cards are revealed from the top of the villain deck until one diversion card is revealed and put into play. Other revealed cards are returned to the villain deck, which is shuffled. At the start of the villain turn, if there are 3 or more clue cards in play, Misinformation flips. At the end of the villain turn, X hero, ongoing, or equipment cards are destroyed, where X is the number of diversion cards in play. And then when she flips, she is a revealed saboteur. At the start of the villain turn, a clue card is destroyed. If this occurs, each hero target deals itself 2 sonic damage. The first time a hero target deals damage to Misinformation each turn, she deals that target 2 psychic damage. At the end of the villain turn, Misinformation deals the 2 hero targets with the lowest HP 2 psychic damage each. Alright, so let's see what our heroes start with. Guise, shiny Guise, has the best card ever. Look what I found. Super ultra kawaii. And yeah, I'm that guy. Nightmist has an Astral Premonition, Call Forth, Elder Ring, Scouring Mists. Super Scientific Tachyon has 2 Accelerated Assaults, a Hypersonic Assault, and a Supersonic Response. And Eternal Haka starts with the Dominion, Haka of Battle, Haka of Restoration, and Savage Mana. Alright, let's see what we got here. Threat to the President diversion comes out. Misplaced Memo. Read those real quick. So, threat to the president. At the end of the villain turn, the player with the most cards in play must destroy one of their non-character cards. At the start of the villain turn, the players may destroy 4 non-character hero cards if they do destroy this card. And misplaced memo. The non-hero target with the lowest HP is immune to damage. At the start of the villain turn, each hero target deals itself 2 psychic damage. Yeah, so that's the tricky thing about her, is like you need to have enough clues out for her to flip, but you don't want the clues to mess you up too bad.
I played a game with Misinformation in a realm of Discord where 2 misplaced memos came out, and imbued vitality in all of my stuff killed itself.
That's not fun.
Alright, well, there's nothing to attack, so best card ever is not the best card ever at this moment. In fact, isn't that weird? So I think I'm just going to skip. Unless we're planning to get rid of Threat to the President. Thoughts?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we have to get 4 hero non-character cards into play to destroy them. I'm fine with skipping at this point. Now, I'm not sure how I'm going to deal damage if there's no targets against which to deal such damage. Alright.
I mean, you can hit a hero target.
That's true. Yeah, I could Astral Premonition here so we can start running her a little bit. Yeah, I mean, that's...
We need to get clues out, so either drawing lots of cards or Astral Premonition is a good way to go.
I think we're going to Astral Premonition.
And actually, you can put cards in the bottom, which is interesting. And then I can play them.
Okay,
yeah, so
2 clues. So which
the least bad one on top.
Yeah. Increase damage dealt by villain targets by 1 at the start of the villain turn. If there are no diversion cards in play the top card of the villain deck. Or, Insider Knowledge, reduce damage dealt to misinformation by 1 at the start of the villain turn. Move a diversion card from villain tragedy into play. Yeah, that one seems like the better choice to me.
So I could try to experiment in misinformation if she had another clue in the bottom.
That's true.
That would work. Or we could wait and maybe make it for sure next turn.
Yeah. It's early, so I would actually be fine with holding off and like stacking her, trying to stack her next turn if we can.
Okay.
Okay. I can get lots of cards. Because I have 2 different Hakas, one of which I'm definitely not going to use. I think I'm going to Dominion. I'm going to draw. Get rid of Haka of Restoration. Eha. And I go Shield. Another Savage Mana. So much shiny. Love it. Some damage coming our way. I love it when you have multiple versions. Why is Eternal Haka... My Eternal Haka right there was not my foil version.
Because you turned the foil version off?
I did? I did. I mean, I'm not saying I didn't. I'm saying I don't remember doing it. Alright.
There could still be bugs, which is why this is a beta version.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly right. Yes, we lost Astral Premonition. Someone's pointing out. Evil Dice Monkey asks, can the cards be made not shiny but with new art? The answer to that is yes. They're as it will be with the physical cards, that they've got the foil versions that have the new art. Then there's also going to be the new art non-foil versions. You will have that option in the video game as well, to just have new art but without the shiny foil. That will be a checkbox that you can turn off.
Yeah, there's an option to not have the foil effect.
I don't understand why anyone would not want to have this cool foil effect, because it's so shiny. Night, Hankroyd. Thanks for stopping by. Shiny with old art, Real Fan Fanatic, is unfortunately not a thing. The new art was designed with the foils, and the foil artwork layer is driven by the same artwork that is used to actually make the foil physical cards. The old art does not have that. It's actually a whole separate piece of artwork that they send to the printer to say, here's how much foil to put in various parts of the card and whatever. And so you can't actually How about non-art, non-shiny versions?
I guess
I don't know how that would work.
it got destroyed.
Alright, so... I think I'm just going to lighten. And yeah, I have to hit lab rat. Magic. I could take cards, but if there's somebody else who needs them more, yeah, it looks like
I think Nightmist has the fewest cards.
Yeah, Nightmist is definitely one, so we'll do that. Don't show necklace, banishment. And then I'll go ahead and give myself a few more cards. Elder Magic, another Planar Banishment, and a Misfueled Recovery. Yeah, actually, that's a good question. So if somebody points out you might want to turn off the foil because of like limited processing power on your computer or something. I don't know much about how well that's going to process. Unity in and of itself, like if you already play Sentinels, Unity probably uses quite a bit of battery.
It uses more memory.
I'm sure it uses more for sure, but how much of a difference that's going to be, we have not tested that or checked that yet. So mainly just because we're still in testing, so we have no idea. Like this may not be the final version of the foils, and it has been optimized and all the rest of it. So. There we go. Get a clue. Yeah, I'm bummed that my Eternal Haka is not foily. Pressy Provinces says anything I missed. We reiterated once again that we are going to be doing the live stream at noon on Friday for the big anniversary. There will be several surprises at the anniversary this weekend that we're excited to share with you guys. So make sure you check it out. I think I will just... Yeah, I'm going to get Taeha out so that I'm ready, just in case, and then I'm going to use the physical to get more cards. Vitality Surge. Shielding. And I get 2 Hakas of Restoration. And a Punch. Yes, so Samwise, whatever you requested is what you're getting. We actually posted a link that we still have some spots available for streaming. So let me, I'll post the sign-up sheet again right here. If there's anybody who still wants to sign up. But yeah, I'm going to be sending out those confirmations first thing tomorrow morning. I was actually just doing it before the stream, just getting that schedule all situated. So whatever you signed up for is what you're getting. So if you don't remember what it is, I will be confirming it again for you tomorrow. Same goes for you, Ludolf. Those will all be going out tomorrow. All right, so she has fleet.
I don't know. The misplaced memos are bad. Everything is bad.
Yeah.
You have planar banishment, so.
I do have planar banishment. Heroes hitting each other or hitting themselves. It's so annoying right here to see all three in a row with cool foily effects, and then Eternal Haka just sitting there not foily. I know I've said that before. Old lady, quote, in the streets.
Well, we got her flipped. Time to rock and roll.
Yes, indeed. So she has revealed herself to be the saboteur.
Whoops.
No targets. So I had a full rack of ribs for dinner tonight, and it was delicious. In case anyone was curious. I'm always so worried about eating ribs because I'm worried they're going to be too messy, and I'm going to ruin my shirt. I was very careful tonight. They were delicious. All right, so it sounded like we were talking planar banishmenting to try and get rid of some of these ongoings. It's like feels.
Oh well.
Just one. One of the misplaced memos?
Yeah, the misplaced memos are killing us.
Yeah. And I am not going to hit myself for more cards. Got a misbound.
Oh, good, misbound. I'm getting a wind sound from you.
From me?
Do you have a fan pointing at your
I do have a fan
something?
pointing at me. Alright. Better?
I think so.
So I would be
Maybe.
a big
Maybe
supporter of hypersonic assault.
Because
that sounds
you want the old lady in the street to not do damage, because that's the only thing it's going to hit.
The first time a hero deals damage to miss target each turn, she deals that target 2 seconds. So we want to keep hitting her.
Hypersonic assault will not hit her.
Oh, is it? Oh, because she has. Oh, is it because what's it called is out?
Insider knowledge.
Insider knowledge. Ah, never mind.
We'll try lightning speed. I think
that'll work.
Actually, I have to get rid of that misplaced memo, or we'll be in trouble. And the insider knowledge can come next. Well, she'll destroy it on her turn, I guess.
All right. What do I want to do? I can't deal damage to my base power. Pricey Provinces asks, will there be a listening party for the music Jean-Marc composes for Laser Riders? So Jean-Marc is composing the music for Laser Riders sort of on a separate thread. It's actually not being done under the auspices of Handelabra. He is sort of just working directly with Greater Than Games to do that. So if they would like to do that, I'm sure they could. But we actually are not super privy to exactly how that's all going to work. So that would be a question for Jean-Marc. I'm sure he would love to do them. He likes doing the listening parties. But I actually, up until today, I had not heard any of the Laser Riders music because that's just the thing he's been doing directly with them. So, I think I'm just gonna hit the Lady in the Street. Yeah.
Sure.
Draw a card.
Oh dear. It's going to hurt. I think Nightmist won't survive.
I'm going to hit the Lady in the Street. Yes. There you go. I just said it.
That's the end.
Clearly.
Oh, and this is self-damage. Ouch.
Ah, that's a bummer. So Evil Dice Monkey says, what were you doing at Greater Than Games this week? Actually, Christopher was at Handelabra Games this week. Christopher came to Cleveland. We discovered, after we've been working together for a couple of years, that we're actually both huge Coheed and Cambria fans, and it turns out he has never seen Coheed and Cambria live, which is an atrocity. And so I bought special tickets to go meet Coheed and Cambria before the concert here in Cleveland, and so Christopher flew in, spent the weekend here. We went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He hung out with my family, and then he came and worked from the Handelabra home office yesterday. So that was what happened here. Meanwhile, we have 1 hit point left on the entire hero team. Oh wait, no, I didn't realize Haka's actually still hanging.
Haka has all kinds of hit points. Misinformation doesn't hit the highest very much.
Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Do you want to take out the old lady with Savage Mana play or something like that, or what are you thinking?
I mean, I don't have any damage dealing out right now, so if I played Savage Mana...
We have 2 incapacitated ability.
Oh, that's true.
Card plays.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that if you think that that's a reasonable... Let's see what my other choices are. Make a Taeha. Yeah, if I can get Savage Mana out and then Taeha to hit her and the old lady.
You should also destroy that ongoing card.
And Tachyon. So Tachyon also has a card play. Yes. All right. So I should use Nightmist to get rid of. Kill you. It's possible that you have just not seen it before. All the artwork for Guise that is in the game has been in the game, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you've seen it, because as we all know, Guise is a little tricky. So there are some things about Guise that I believe still people have not noticed out in the wild.
I think all things have been seen, but not everyone took a screenshot when they saw it.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I'm sure everything has been seen, but I don't know that everybody has pointed it out and been like, "Oh, look at that." Oh, cyclohexane. Yep, and we're going to get a rat back. At least one, right? Yep.
So many copies of Let Me See That. Guise is going down anyways.
Yeah.
Due to this rat, which I couldn't kill.
Avenge me.
I guess I could have just hit misinformation. Oh well. That would have been smarter.
Oof, this is not going to go well.
Come on, Haka, you got this.
Ugh.
Oh, and down we go.
But at least we get to hear the misinformation music.
Yeah, who knew she was friends with the rats?
That's a good consolation. Alright, so at only 7:42, I would say that's a pretty safe bet that we're going to play a second game. So we'll let the chat again choose from the other choices. I'm going to let that music keep playing while I recap for them what it is. So your remaining choices now for environment, we are voting for environment now, are Wagner Mars Base, Tomb of Anubis, or Thorath Capital. That's Wagner Mars Base, Tomb of Anubis, and Thorath Capital. Right, so let's see what we got. Starting with Bella Sorcier's saying, I traveled back in time a year and a half and made me hate him. So we got Mars. All right. So we're playing in Mars, on Mars, in Mars, upon Mars, and villains. Your choices are. Oof, I don't like any of these choices. Your choices are Spite, the Matriarch, and Gloomweaver. Spite, Matriarch, Gloomweaver. I already see one vote for Gloomweaver. Stars Upon Thoughts. I know it. Samwise, I know exactly what you're saying with Stars Upon Thars. Let's see. Yeah, Matriarch. All right, people. The Matriarch on Mars. I don't know that her birds would live on Mars, quite frankly.
No, Adam was on the stream when we played this last, and he drew. Oh wait, that was in Atlantis, and the birds had little diving suits. I could have a similar space suit. He drew a little version of the birds with the helmet.
All right, so you played a Tachyon, so I'm going to play a Tachyon. I'm going to play Team Leader Tachyon. And then...
yeah, there's some kind of bug. I'm not seeing your card properly. And that.
How about... I'm going to play Grandpa Legacy, actually. All right, so here it is, folks. We've got the Matriarch at Wagner Mars Base against Chrono-Ranger, Team Leader Tachyon, Dark Watch Setback, and America's Greatest Legacy. Hear my song of pain and sorrow, all must know the might of Corvus. Think good and hard, partner. I am to put you down. I don't miss. This makes me think of Westworld. Who's watching Westworld out there? I think I mentioned it briefly on the stream last week, but the second episode went up a couple days ago, and it is still pretty good. You should be watching it. Chrono-Ranger starts with 2 Just Doing My Jobs, a Ranger's Mark, and a Sudden Contract. Team Leader Tachyon's got a Blinding Speed, Lightspeed Barrage, and 2 Supersonic Responses. Supersonic's Response. Dark Watch Setback has a Friendly Fire, Karmic Retribution, Looking Up, and Lucky Break. And Grandpa Legacy has Heroic Interception, Motivational Charge, Next Evolution, and Superhuman Durability. So out comes the Mask of the Matriarch.
Good.
Darken the Sky.
It's a good start.
Yes. Moonin, a.k.a. Muggin.
Can we take out Moonin in the first turn? I can put him on the bottom of her deck. If we can have enough damage. Or I could give it a +1.
I mean, Tachyon can do 2.
Actually, putting the Mask of the Matriarch on the bottom of her deck would be really good. Maybe we'll do that. That seems like a good opportunity.
Sure. Yeah, right now, and this is a completely random way to say this, but my impression of Westworld right now is that it is Battlestar Galactica meets Dollhouse meets Lost meets Firefly. So if that sounds even remotely compelling to you, you should give it a shot. We're going after the mask, right?
Yep.
Yeah, let's give everybody some cards. Why not? Neurotoxin, pushing the limits. Whoops,
Good
sorry.
neurotoxin is great.
Superhuman durability again.
Oh yeah, between you can definitely take out the mask between Setback and Legacy. Actually, you don't even need to play Motivational Charge if you don't want to, because you could give the power over to Setback.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. So, like, I have...
Is there something else you'd rather play? We all have full health.
Yeah.
Maybe get Next Evolution ready and might be able to do some redirection.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. And then send the power over to Setback?
Yeah. And we can do the exact same thing to Munin.
Yes, I said Battlestar Galactica, Dollhouse, Firefly, and Lost. And I don't mean like if you literally took those 4 shows and mixed them together. I mean that there's elements of and themes that were explored in all 4 of those different shows that feel like they're all sort of coming together in interesting ways in Westworld so far. Granted, there's only 2 episodes so far, so it's not like, I'm not, this isn't like a 3-season show at this point. But so far, I'm on board and I'm enjoying it. Ooh, nice. Yeah, no execution.
Matriarch played Dark in the Sky right away.
Yeah, seriously. Bad move, Matriarch. Getting all your Dark in the Skies out of the way. Oh, yeah, what's happening? Oh, yeah, so Chrono-Ranger is a foil. Are both of mine not foils? Yeah, for some reason...
I said when you were choosing the heroes that there was a bug.
Ah, I see. Yeah, Setback is a foil. There we go. For someone who's new and they haven't seen any foil yet. So there's some foil happening on Setback. And Chrono-Ranger's got some foil happening as well. But for some reason, the ones on my end did not work out. And that's why these haven't been released yet, because we're still working on it. Alright, so let's see here. I definitely want to push the limits. I always like to push the limits.
If you can do 1 damage to Munin with supersonic response, that will let it take care of me.
Done. Who wants cards? Everybody? Awesome. Yeah, I'm really meaning to get back to doing my fast casts. I don't actually know that anybody who's in the chat would even remember the old fast casts that I used to do. They're quick video podcasts that I did from my car. And I've been meaning to get back to them, and Westworld is making me itch to start doing them again. Give like a hot take on a new episode or a new TV show or a new movie or something.
Just thinking of what I want to do here. Have we even been damaged yet? No.
I don't believe so.
All right. Just get. All right. I need 1 more damage. I need to go back. Yeah. I need to play a card that lets me do damage, which means it has to be Lucky Break.
Lucky Break.
because I don't have Inspiring Presence yet, but I will once you play it. And then the math will all work out.
Oh, a maximum. All right.
That's all right. Send that to Setback, and that will take care of Minin.
Oh, hugging and mugging.
I am feeling fine. I'm just having to be quiet because it is super late here.
Yeah, so we mentioned it up at the top, but if someone is coming in a little bit late, John is in Switzerland, and he's staying not only with Brittany, his partner, but also with some other people. So he's got to be extra quiet because there is other people in the house, and it's after 1 a.m. there. So he has to be, a good neighbor or a good roommate.
So here, I would recommend discarding equipment if you can.
Say it again?
Because you'll get discarding equipment if you can, because you'll get to play it.
Mm.
She doesn't have ongoing cards, so lightning speed might not be a bad choice. I don't want to discard any of these. High risk behavior seems kind of crazy to have out against the Matriarch, so oh, this is a great start.
Yeah, wow, look at that. Those are all the Dark in the Skies, right?
Yeah.
That's all her entire trash is nothing but Dark in the Sky.
And we know the bottom of her deck is Moonin, and the second bottom is Mask of the Matriarch.
It's a master class on how to handle the Matriarch.
Well, especially, there's a bit of luck there, but also, using Chrono-Ranger effectively.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just going to try to get another bounty here. Nope.
Jim's hat.
This will be the first damage dealt to a hero target.
If I take it.
You should.
Yes, I should. Wah, wah.
I would probably save the Hypersonic Assault.
Yeah, until there's more out. Yeah, bad idea.
And you get Nemesis bonus too. Nice.
Ooh, Fleet of Foot. Sold. I have a prize. Another Hypersonic Assault. Looking up.
You may as well play the Hypersonic Assault.
Looking up, And a takedown. Yeah, at this stage as well. So many cards.
Oh, I hit myself too.
Wah, wah. Nice. Surprising fortune.
She can't deal damage, so takedown is even better.
All right, who can do the most damage to her in one shot here? Neurotoxin? Oh, chat, you guys, nothing ever slips by you, does it, huh? Yes, always reading absolutely everything. Yes, we may be testing some things that might be related to heroes that have more than one character. Epiku gets the the bonus for that, for noticing that one. All right. Yeah.
I don't think it needs to say that for most heroes.
No, and at some point it will not. But
yeah,
as you guys have noticed,
we are playing a pre-release version.
It's a pre-release version. You know, we've got a lot of testing stuff in these builds, and yes, one of the things that Jean-Marc and Jennifer have been diligently working on is the Sentinels and getting those cards programmed, but then also tested, because we've already had a hero that has more than one character card, but that hero does not have more than one character card in play at any given time. So that was its own thing, was Skyscraper getting a card, swapping character cards. But now we are actually going to have a hero that has a hero team that has multiple hero character cards in play at once, and that is, of course, the Sentinels, as mentioned. And so we are in the process of testing that. They are one of the hero teams from Vengeance, which is the first major expansion to be released in Season 2, coming soon.
It's in alpha testing now, much of it.
Indeed. Yes. Yeah, Ludolph says this is the best game of Matriarch he's ever seen. Like, I agree. She's had a grand total of 1 foul out so far this game. So, I mean, good on us, I guess, and good on the randomizer. Man, the randomizer in this game is terrible. It doesn't even work.
You could just hypersonic assault her again. I don't know. Do what you want.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like why not, Now I guess we can just draw the cards.
She might not get another turn. Not if I play this.
Oh boy. Yes, this is the perfect way to teach people how to play against Matriarch. First things first, make sure that she plays all 3 of her Dark in the Skies before she has any foul in her trash.
Well, I mean, if you didn't have Chrono-Ranger, you would have... I mean, we probably would have hit the Mask of the Matriarch and destroyed it, and then it would have come back, and then we would have done that again.
Yeah.
And so it wouldn't have been quite as straightforward. Hey, a bounty. And what I want. You can have probably Chrono-Ranger use it powered.
I was going to say, Chrono-Ranger is potentially the only person left who has a power, right? Or no, I guess Setback has 2 powers. But it's Setback's turn. So...
Yeah, but Setback has 2 powers.
But he's going to want to use... Oh, that's right, he hasn't used one yet. Okay, never mind.
No, the Matriarch won't get another turn if you play one of your damage cards. You don't like that sort of thing.
Why would I do damage?
And you can choose who's going to do the finishing blow.
Yes. Let's Setback to it. Yes, I apologize, people. You don't get to hear the amazing Matriarch music. But you do get to see us beat her with all of us over 20 hit points.
And actually, all of the damage we dealt was to ourselves.
Yeah, that's true. Not a single point of villain or environment damage was dealt against the heroes.
And so it was basically not necessary. I think. We still won just as easily without hitting ourselves. It just would have taken another round.
A couple extra rounds, yeah. Awesome.
Excellent.
All right. It is only just over an hour, but it's late for John. And as I mentioned, I ate an entire rack of ribs, and actually my tummy is starting to hurt a little bit. So I don't think we're going to play a third game tonight. But finally, after almost a month, it has been John and Jeremy back in the saddle again. It's been a while since we've been just the 2 of us, because I was sick, and then I was out, and then I was coughing, and then John was busy, and it was... Yeah, it's been a while since the gruesome twosome has been here, but here we are.
There was actually something demoed on the stream that no one noticed, and I'm not going to say what it is. You're going to have to go and watch the replay or watch the YouTube and let us know in the forums what you think.
Oh boy. So just to recap for everybody, this Friday at noon, tune into Sentinels Live right here at twitch.tv/HandleOperaGames. We're going to be doing our big anniversary party, which is going to kick off with the next retro listening party, as promised by the Kickstarter. We're going to be doing the core game. Jean-Marc will be talking about the music. Jennifer will be showing you some of the environment stuff. There's some new stuff coming in all of the existing environments, which is pretty exciting to think about. I can't wait to show it to you guys. But that's not it. There's going to be a couple of other surprises this Friday and over the course of this whole weekend as we celebrate 2 years of Sentinels of the Multiverse, the video game. Woo! All right. Anything else specific to talk about that before I do my wrap-up? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Alrighty, folks. Well, I guess that's going to do it then for another episode of Sentinels Live. Go watch Westworld. Sentinels of the Multiverse is the only cooperative comic book card game you should be playing. Thanks as always for joining us. We do this every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Sentinels of the Multiverse is currently available for iOS, Android, and Steam, as well as good old analog cardboard and ink, and you can find more information about the game at sentinelsdigital.com. I'm Jeremy.
I'm John.
And we are saying good night. We will see you on Friday. Night, everybody. Thanks.